the biggest news is who was going to win the Juan Soto sweepstakes, and it was the San Diego Padres. We were at the All-Star game together this year, and we were like, where's he going to go? And you said Padres, because your brother-in-law and his son are the biggest Padres fans ever. Up from Temecula, they were wearing their Padres gear at Dodger Stadium. I'm like, you guys, be careful. I know it's an all-star game, but like, be careful. But you're like, he could go to the Padres, he could go to the Mets, and it could go to the Yankees, you said. But Padres is where he landed. Surprised, excited. This is now the best young 1-2 punch in all of baseball, in my opinion.
Totally surprised, because there's a lot of people that weren't watching Nationals games over the last few years.
Yeah.
And so they may not be familiar with Juan Soto. Rank and file West Coaster.
Right.
If you said, hey, remember when Kershaw came out of the pen in the winner-take-all Game 5 in 2019 against that? Remember when he came in and gave up a home run to Rendon, and then that guy hit a ball out of the stadium? Yeah, I remember that. That was Juan Soto. Yeah.
And he was like 15 at the time.
Yeah.
This is what I said. I said Danny Almonte, when he illegally pitched in Little League, was older than Juan Soto when he started in Major League Baseball, right?
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. And he was the reason that the Nats were able to let Harper go, because basically they had a cheaper, better model that was going to be, the outfielder. So the historical context on Juan Soto becoming available, there's never been an all-star under 24 available mid-year like this. It's like they don't, like, players usually don't come up at 19, so they don't have the, and they usually haven't turned down, $440 million contracts. And so and then the Nationals are like gonna probably sell their team, and they're not going to be good for the remainder of his contract.
It was like go back to Montreal. I'm just putting that out there in the world.
It was the perfect storm to where there's no. It was like when Ohtani came over. It's like, hey, this 23-year-old star from Japan, what should we pay him? It's like there's never been a 23-year-old from Japan that's come over. It's all been like 27 and up. So this was unprecedented. So I was hoping that the desperate teams like the Padres, the Mariners, like teams that they don't have a shot to get a guy like this unless they draft him or bring him up to the system. I was like, trade all your prospects. I know prospect. I mean, Trey Turner was traded away as a prospect to get Will Myers. So the Padres, Corey Kluber, they've gotten rid of a lot of really good guys. But the Padres, I saw a stat where the Dodgers in the last 2 years have won 19 playoff games. The Padres in their entire existence have won 14 playoff games.
Wow.
So 2 years of Dodgers
have won more than.
Yeah. So enough with the parade route down the gas lamp district. Like, let's win. But the Padres are, so I went down there for whatever opening night. The first game that they all played 2 nights ago, for anyone that's ever been to a game in San Diego, Petco Park is amazing. It's a great place to watch a game.
And were there Juan Soto Padres jerseys already?
Not only were there Soto jerseys already, but it was packed before the game starts. And it was,
look at that.
It was
2 guys in Juan Soto jersey, and then the Machado guy in a bucket hat, of course.
Jammed. It was jammed. And this Padre fans will, I feel your pain. Padres fans know that, like, generally when there is a highlight, when there's a highlight,
there's no one there.
It's like the Cubs fans are the ones cheering. So there'll be a walk-off home run for the Padres. Well, they'll be like boos because a lot of people are from San Francisco or they grow up. I don't know.
And also San Diego's a lovely place to visit. Here's my question. Is San Diego too chill for people to like actually, or did you see a little bit of San Diego aggression? I
saw Wednesday was we have the shot. We have a shot that because I still thought it might be like half empty. I didn't know, and then I could tell the standing room only seats were like $50. So I thought, like, my, that says, and there was no, like, it wasn't like a tequila giveaway. I mean, it was people were there because they wanted to see Soto, and then when Soto ran out to the field, the whole right field bleachers, I mean, that's never crowded. Up top, completely, it's never crowded, and everyone was Soto. Oh my
God,
I mean, it was
exciting.
Buzz. It was crazy buzz. The only time I've been in that stadium where there was a similar kind of excitement was, do you remember in the World Baseball Classic, the Adam Jones catch?
Yes.
So that was Dominican versus and that there was a lot of buzz, but also it was like Dominican flag, drum. It was like
Exciting.
like manic, crazy buzz, but it wasn't really like go Padres. And the whole stadium is brown and yellow. And if you're gonna pick colors for your team, definitely have it be poo and pee, because you want to make sure that that's the look that you have. But I mean,
I love the old school Padres, like the '80s Padres. Dave Winfield.
Yeah.
I could have been a star in any leagues. You know, those
Gene
jerseys.
Richards.
Yeah, they're almost like a drop. Yeah, Gene Richards, like a drop shadow.
Oh yeah.
On the actual name. That was like my favorite uniform. It was just incredible. It was so '80s.
Another fun was the Padres. So never in the history of baseball have there been two stars in the same league at the same time that finished the MVP race in the top 3 that were under 23 years old. I know that's amazing. A lot of like math equation. Sure. Ferris's, my cousin's former roommate's best friend. So last year, Juan Soto and Fernando Tatis Jr., both in the NL, finished in the top 3 in NL MVP.
Yep.
They were both last year under 23. It's never happened where that's happened in the same league at the same time. And now those two are teammates at the very least for the next 3 Octobers. Because Soto is signed. I'm saying this now, Padre fans. I do not think Juan Soto will re-sign for $500 million via Scott Boras with the Padres. So I think
he goes to the Yankees.
Yeah,
or the Mets
I think
or
for
whoever.
For $1 billion he goes to the Dodgers. There's like a couple teams that's not the Padres.
Dodgers. Ugh.
But here's the thing. What do the Padres care? They have an amazing pitching staff.
Yeah.
They're top. If Snell pitches good, which he did the other night, they're top 4, and I'm not even putting Snell in the 4. Like are great. They're all they're all good. They're all good enough to go toe to toe with the Braves, the Dodgers, the Mets.
Right.
So why not go all in? Put all the chips in. They threw in that trade. They threw in AJ Preller threw in the best, basically kind of like the top 3 prospects. Tony Hawk, the Channel 4 news team.
Tony Hawk is in there too, and the Channel 4
news team from San Diego is in.
Las Cuatro, one of the grandmothers who make tacos at Las Cuatro Milpas.
When Hosmer said no, they had to throw in Luke Voigt and Blink 182.
I can't believe Blink 182,
and they're in.
So all the small things.
Yeah, why not? And there's no parade for your farm system.